Hey Taurus, welcome to Germinate Tarot. It's just this one germ here to round out April before we're back in business. So I am going to use Gypsy Witch, and we're going to just do a quickie spread here. I just want it to come out together. That's too many, guys. That's just obnoxious. All right, so really? This tech has got attitude. It's like, Or sometimes you don't wonder if it's a message or maybe you're just a crappy shuffler. So it's difficult to tell. That was solid. That was solid. All right, Taurus, until the end of April, please. Come on, guys. You're flipping. Oh, hey now. Okay. One more. Taurus. Two more. Those were really coming out. Just want one more to crown it. That's the birds. Good stuff. All right. Flipping. Oh. I will explain myself, I promise. So, central issue, we have love with the wine. So whatever's going on, it's pretty happy. I mean, there's the wine that is, it's celebration, it's happiness, it's, popping the cork. There's something to celebrate. There's I feel like a milestone has been hit that you're just like, grab the good bottle that, we keep in the basement for good stuff, but we never get to use it because there's might not be a lot of good stuff happening, but this is like, get that bottle worthy. So we have the woman with the whip over here. So it's either this woman, it could be Taurus, it could be Taurus dealing with a woman, is no nonsense. Just, I want to say a taskmaster, but not in a mean way, but in a I'm getting this done way, in a Taurus way, maybe. So then we have over here the safe, the book, and the rider, which means, I think maybe somebody is keeping something close to their chest and not telling you, but when they do, because there's the book and the rider, or this is Taurus, maybe not saying something that they need to say, but once they do, it moves quickly. So I don't know if this is met with kind of like a, like what? Kind of feel like a defensiveness. We're going to clarify a little bit. But overall is the birds, and the birds is, so communication, but it's not solid communication. It could be internet. It could just be texting. It's not like formal letter stuff, like someone's not sending you a long email. It's more like boop, 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 text or messenger or whatever. And we have, I will get to that in a moment, but I'm just pulling to get some more info before I start flapping my gums. So, I want one more. Just one, thank you. I want one on the middle. Okay. Well, duh, thank you. I will explain myself, I promise. You guys. I think Taurus has a lot going on because these cards have been like cool, and then they were not cool. Cool as a cucumber for Aries, but then it's like woo for Taurus. All right, I do want some on the birds. Holy mackerel, cards. Even shuffling to clear them, they were not this all over the place. All right, so why is this metal here? Oh, okay. Oh, all right, well, one after that, please. They come out and they read them like kind of like a sentence. If then this, then that, then, and I kind of read till the sentence is done, and you can kind of just feel when it's done. All right, so I think the woman or the you know, if it is Taurus or it's someone dealing with a woman, with this taskmaster thing. It's interesting. I almost get like a dodge that bullet vibe, because there's the pig with the clover with the broken mirror. So the pig, for me, when it comes out, it depends if it means the happiness that the wine does, but it's more of like a gluttonous kind of way, and more of like there's more ego involved in it, and I don't know if someone is dealing with someone who they're like, wow, that's a lot of ego. And you're kind of wondering, like, why? Like, you know, there's people who are egotistical, and you're like, why? like, what do you have to be so uppity about? But then you have the clover with the broken mirror. And that's where I get that dodge that bullet feeling, like, whew, close one, because you realize stuff about people. So you have all this happiness in the middle, and the love and everything, but then it comes at a crossroads, which means a decision has to be made, and then the key came out, so then the key is the answer to the decision, and it's the dog, which is fidelity, friendship, trust. I think Taurus might have to figure out who they're trusting, you know, because then I was like, well, what about over here? There's, you know, you have the rider, you have the safe, you have the book, which is secrets and stuff. But then you have the mountain, which means there's some sort of obstacle to get to this handshake, this meeting point. So what gets you there? And there's an aggression to it. I don't know if whoever this is, or if Taurus doesn't want to let this out, or someone's really trying to just keep it close to the vest, because then you wind up with the medal, which means someone wants to be awarded something. Then with the star, that's, you know, your hopes, your wishes. It can be healing, but it's more in this deck about, you know, hopes and etc., which clouds it, because I'm not sure if someone knows what they want, or, you know, you have this situation where you're like, what is going on? Because then you have the Tower, which is the whole, you know, thinking about this commitment, like, how are you going to handle this? And I think maybe that's where the clouds come from. But keeping it on track with the train, and that's good. But then the mice. Something is still nibbling at Taurus, I think it is. There's something that's not settled. I'm not sure if it's going to be this week, because I think people are in their heads. You have kind of this block over here of someone thinking about getting their S together. And then over here, you have this person who's like watching this happen and going, do I even want to be involved with this? And then the key is, you know, is that commitment going to happen? I think the foundation-wise, there is that love, that joy, let's celebrate stuff. But there's this mountain to hop over in the meantime. Now, mind you, this is only a week's worth of energy, so you don't have to do Days of Our Lives in 20 minutes. So just, I think this is a week to let it ride, quite honestly, because I think even though surface-wise it feels good, it sounds good, you still have the mice. So something is not fully in the open yet, and I think it just needs time to chill. So let's go to Art of Life. Let's get a little more info on this business. Let's see what's happening. Whoops. See how this deck is like so much more chill than Gypsy Witch? Like you can actually just feel it's more like, okay, shuffle me. Alright. And as soon as I say that, it's like, nope. Alright. And I have 3 for Taurus for the end of April. Last week of April. Alright, 2. Just noting Knight of Cups, bottom of deck at the moment. So we have 7 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups, and the Devil. Alright. Yeah, I hate it when the tarot backs up the Gypsy so, like, solidly. 7 of Swords it's that cheating, deceit card. There's, there's just deception. There's something that isn't coming out, or something that does get found out. But then you have this Ace of Wands, which is the movement. It's action. It's going for it. There's gusto behind it. And it sounds so good and positive, but then you have the Ten of Cups with the Devil, which is whatever you're doing or whatever the other person is doing for Taurus, it's founded upon like this not good foundation. Like the Ten of Cups is like the joy, you have all this great stuff. It's the, completion of a cycle and everything. Maybe it is a touch gluttonous because it is coming out with the Devil. Maybe someone is, really taking that wine card very seriously and overdoing it. But I think whatever gets started this week is not, it may not hold up because it is, don't invite the devil. Well, it's here. So I have to wet my whistle. So we have a conundrum. I'm not going to lie. Taurus needs to really think, because with that mice card, I think you might need to just keep your eye out, keep your whip up, stay aggressive, stay, guarded. If it doesn't feel good, whip it away. Whip it good. So we have one outcome card for Taurus, please, for the end of April. Thank you. Two of Pentacles. Decisions and juggling. Does someone have a side piece? Who has a side piece, Taurus? Don't be a side piece when you're a main dish. Don't be the asparagus. Don't be no garnish. Be the steak, baby. Be the steak. So, okay. Spirit told me to say that. Then we have, I had to get, I was like, let's clarify this Two of Pentacles. You have Judgment and Ace of Cups. So you have the Ace of Wands, which is your action. Ace of Cups is your emotion. Are you going to give it? Use your judgment. Use your judgment. Remember the mice card. Remember the mice. Remember thinking about the whole dog loyalty fidelity business. I want one more on what is going on with this Ace of Wands, and I just want one more on this Devil. And, oh, thanks, guys. Ooh, two. Oh. So, Ace of Wands. King of Cups wanted to come out on top of it. So, this is, this is the dude. This is the emotionally balanced, looking good card. Someone seems, I think maybe at least on the surface, that they have their act together. This could be male, could be female. King just means it's the highest level of energy you can get. You kind of level up boss-wise before you hit the major arcana. So you have, on top of this Ten of Cups and the Devil, it's the Eight of Swords and Temperance. So this Eight of Swords is, being bound to a situation, feeling stuck, not being able to move. So you can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. So maybe there's somebody you need to lose sight of and just be like, I'm moving on. Because Temperance is the balance. This is like, there's justice, which is kind of like an outward justice, outward decisions of stuff. But Temperance is more like the internal, like, no, I'm going to balance myself out. I'm going to take control of my emotions. So maybe this is, this is a thinking week. Maybe not a whole lot of action. Now we're going to move on to the crystal deck to try and get a vibe on what Taurus should be thinking about this week. All right, Taurus, one card, please. We're thinking about it. All right, Rhodonite. Okay. Patience, seeking, and forgiveness. All right, drawing this card indicates it is time to stand back and be honest. What is your role in the conflict, and are you truly willing to forgive? Okay. You know what? I do want one more. Because that was just, okay. I want one more. I'm not going to lie to you. I got two more. Two. All right, I think these are words to just think about this week. So you have selenite, bomb stone. I love this stone. It is connection, clarity, manifestation. And this one is stop confusion from clouding your judgment and communicate clearly your intention and purpose. Selenite. Then we have zeolite, which is guidance, consciousness, direction. So I think this is stuff that Taurus needs to be really thinking about. And it's a need to open oneself to communicating with one's guides. Are you listening? So I think there's a reflection period that needs to happen for Taurus during this week. I'm not sure if it's the best time for action because there is a balancing that has to happen, whether it's Taurus or someone they're dealing with. Because I think whoever this is, before they begin something else, they have to clear out some old crap. And if you do start it, you do have the mice, so something's not going to feel quite right. Even if there is this amazing connection at the core, you can't, build castles on sand because the tide's always coming. So that's it for now, Taurus. I think it's a sit tight kind of week for a lot of people. But just keep your eyes open and your ears listening and just take it all in. Until May, when Jeremy's back, I'll talk to you later. Be well.